All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we motherfucking go. Let me go ahead and plug the joint right quick. Sex, lies, and dating. Sex, lies, and dating. Navigating modern dating. Sex, lies, and dating. Navigating modern dating. That's what we're talking about. So I want to make a point, right? And a point I want to make is this: sex. Okay. I'm emphasizing the word sex. Sex is at the epicenter of everything. Okay, let me explain what I mean. I don't care if you're casually dating, right? I don't care if you're seriously dating, right? I don't care if you are in a boyfriend girlfriend situation, whether it's poly or monogamous, whether you're married, whether it's poly or monogamous. At the epicenter of all these different interactions with men and women, sex is at the epicenter of everything. Now, is sex the most important thing in the equation? No, sex is not the most important thing in the equation, but it's a key component. That's what sex is. Sex might not be the most important thing, but it's a key component. Allow me to elaborate what I mean by that. You have guys out here who either lie to women to gain access to them sexually, or they just flat out pay women to gain access to them sexually. Conversely, you have women who will mislead men, right? They will purposely mislead men into believing that sex is possible if only you will date them first. So you will have men, let me show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. You will have men who will give women the illusion that a relationship is possible, or give them the illusion that they're going to date them seriously just to get to sex. And then you will have women who will give men the illusion that sex is possible if only you will date them first, right? So when you're dating a woman, what usually happens? Okay, you give them the same type of energy that a potential boyfriend might give them, right? So you have guys out here deceiving women for sex, and you have women out here deceiving guys for non-sexual intimacy, affection, empathy, compassion, all of that, right? Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. What's one of the things you hear people talk about on the internet all the time, right? Protecting their feelings, protecting their hearts. You know, I see Facebook posts, okay, and this is quite comical. I'm always amused by this type of shit. I see Facebook posts like it'll say some shit like, "Good luck today. A lot of y'all are gonna get cheated on today, but not me. I'm single." Right? As if to say, I'm safe from all of the negative shit that can happen to people who are dating or who are in a relationship because I'm single. You guys, you're still in harm's way from being hurt or whatever, right? That's basically what those posts are designed to do. And what they don't realize is whether you're single or in a relationship, some of the same things are always present. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating, right? So, what I really want to talk about, right, or what I want to expand this to at this point is men. This is what guys don't understand. This is the power of men. Men as a collective could literally transform the whole dating landscape overnight, and women would be powerless. Women literally would be powerless, right? If men as a collective, right? If men as a collective actually grew some nuts and actually conducted themselves as men who have standards and who actually love themselves and shit like that, the whole dating landscape will change overnight, right? But it won't change, right? And the reason why it won't change is because sex is at the epicenter of it, and there's a lot of people who are very immature when it comes to the handling of sex. Okay, listen to what I'm telling you. There's a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and even beyond, who are very immature when it comes to handling sex. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. So I had a woman, right? This I was very amused by her. She was very comical to me. So I met this young lady, some time back, and she told me, and I'm going somewhere with this story. Stay with me. She told me that she was practicing abstinence, right? And I told her, I said, look, I said, you can practice abstinence with them other guys, but if you fucking with me, we fucking. Right? I literally told her this. You can practice abstinence with them other guys, but if you fucking with me, we fucking. Right? Now, now, let's think about this. Let's look at the title. Okay, I'm gonna show you how warped people are. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. So when you think about dating, right? When you think about going out on the dating scene, meeting new people, what's the number one thing that all people should be paying attention to? The number one thing, compatibility, whether or not you're compatible. Hold on. Whether or not you're compatible. That's it. That's what you should be doing. When you meet people, you should be seeing whether or not you are actually compatible and whether or not it makes sense for both of you to move the interaction forward, right? But that's not what most people do. Most people deal with people they're not compatible with most of the time. Okay, let me say that shit again. I'm gonna slow it down because both men and women are guilty of this. Both men and women deal with people they're not compatible with most of the time. Most of the people they are around that they entertain, they're not compatible with. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. So, one of the things that people do that they're guilty of, both men and women, is they do this. Defensive dating is when we go into dating not to get to know someone new, but to avoid getting hurt. See, most people, when they come onto the dating scene, they're coming with an angle. They're trying to gain the advantage or they're trying to gain higher ground, right? Right? They're trying to gain leverage. And all of that is because I've been hurt before. Somebody played me before. I've been lied to. I've been hoodwinked, manipulated, deceived before. So now that I'm dating, again, most of y'all, men and women alike, are guilty of this. You go into the dating scene and you can't even really enjoy yourself because you're too busy trying to work angles to keep from getting hurt. And what some people have adopted is the strike first mentality. Oh, I'm going to get played anyway, so I might as well get mine first. So you have women out here that don't want to fuck some of these guys they're dealing with, but they still accept dates. And they're basically trying to squeeze what they can out of the situation before they leave the guy alone. Okay, again, let me get what I can out of here because these guys, and what happens is you have some women, they're so angry at guys, they just blame men altogether. They just group men in one category, like fuck all men, right? And you have guys who do the same thing with women because you've been hurt a handful of times. You just group women all together, fuck all women. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. And then individuals like myself, right? I'm not a con man. I'm not out to deceive a woman or manipulate her or to take anything from her, right? I'm always going to be on an up and up with women. But because I'm encountering some of these goofy ass females that you lying motherfuckers have dealt with, now I got to set these bitches straight. So let me get back to something I was talking about, previously, right? Again, sex, lies, and dating. I'm gonna show you how it manifests itself, right? Defensive dating is when you go into dating not to get to know someone, but to avoid getting hurt. I'm gonna show you how it manifests itself. And there's probably thousands of examples of how it manifests itself in dating, right? So again, I met this young lady. She told me she was practicing abstinence. Again, I told her, you can practice abstinence with those other guys you're dealing with, but if you fucking with me, we fucking. So then she starts saying shit like, I can't wait to slide up and down your dick. Like she told me this. I can't wait to slide up and down your dick. So I'm like, oh, word? Well, you ain't gotta wait too much longer. Bring your ass by the night so you can do just that. Crickets. Why is that? Why is that? Why would a woman who told me that she can't wait to slide up and down my dick all of a sudden go silent when I say, all right, bring your ass over here so you can do that? Why would she do that? Right here. Breadcrumbing is a manipulation tactic in which someone sends sporadic signals of interest just enough to keep someone invested, but without committing to a deeper relationship. Definition number two, it involves getting intermittent attention and affection to create false hope and keep the other person in a state of uncertainty or expectation. Both men and women do this. Zach, can you please elaborate? What do men do? Males. I don't want to offend my kind. Males do this. What do males do? A lot of you guys, you pretend to like a woman more than what you do, right? Just to get the pussy, right? And what do? You breadcrumb the bitch, right? You breadcrumb her, right? You give her the impression that your interest is deeper than just the physical act of fucking, right? That's what breadcrumbing is in most situations, right? When it involves a man anyway, right? Again, what are you doing, right? You're manipulating the bitch. You're pretending like you like her more just to get to the sex. What do women do, right? What do some women do? They pretend like they are down to have sex while trying to extract the type of energy that a man would give them if that man was interested in seriously dating them. Y'all see how the game goes? Y'all see how the game goes. On one hand, you have guys out here trying to keep from getting used for money and attention, right? And then you have women out here, they just trying to keep getting used for pussy. Like, he just want to fuck me and leave me, right? So what do? They establish defensive dating. But here's the fucked up part for you guys. See, women will always be at the mercy of what men do. Let me say that shit again, because women ain't gonna like that I just said that, but it's true. As long as they're dealing with men, dating, relationships, sex, women will always be at the mercy of the shit that men do. But you guys, you don't ever have to be at the mercy of the shit that a woman does. Ever. All you have to do is date and deal with that woman strictly on your motherfucking terms. You only fuck her on your terms. You only date her on your terms. You only get into a relationship with her on your terms. You only marry her on your terms. You only have a family with her on your terms. You don't have to defensive date. You don't have to try and protect yourself. See, the reason why a guy would try and protect himself from a woman is because your whole fucking life you've been dealing with women on their terms. See, when you deal with somebody else on their terms and you don't make sure that your interests are spoken for, bro, you're gonna have complaints later on. You're gonna have complaints. Show me every guy that complains about women, and I'm gonna show you a guy that's never dated a woman on his terms. Ever. Not one time has he ever dated a woman on his terms. A lot of you guys, you have never been in control of your dating life. Women are. You're at the mercy of women. Why? Because you're at the mercy of sex. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating, right? So when we talk about breadcrumbing, right, and this is things that a lot of the guys that we deal with, right, when we deal with coaching, behind the scenes, but also when guys call into the live show or they ask their questions on the live joints, a lot of you guys, you're dealing with women who are playing games with you, but you're so desperate for female affection, companionship, and sex, you just put up with it, right? You're not a victim. Nobody's a victim. Men, women alike. Nobody's a victim in dating. You are a willing participant in your own demise, right? So when we talk about breadcrumbing, right, when we talk about intermittent communication, right? Think about it. Some of you guys have witnessed this. A woman who sends you sporadic text messages. Hey, I ain't talked to you in a while, right? Sporadic messages, sporadic text, right? After long periods of silence. But every time you try and go to set up something, the chick is playing games. She either flat out ignores your request to see her or she comes up with an excuse. She's breadcrumbing you, right? Vague promises, right? Promises of future plans. Oh, I'll call you when I come back out of town. I'll be back on Tuesday. A week or two go by. You don't hear from the bitch. Oh, this weekend is not good for me, but I'm free next weekend. You be like, all right, well, I'll hit you up during the week and set up something for the weekend. She's like, okay. So you hit her like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No response, right? Also, right now, here's the key, right? Flirtatious signals, flirtatious. What might a woman do? Just send you a picture of her, unsolicited. Anytime a woman sends you a picture of her, unsolicited, where you didn't ask for it and she just sends it to you, that's a red flag. Video clips, pictures. Look, let me tell y'all something. I had a chick send me a video clip. This was a woman I never expressed sexual interest in, ever, right? This chick sent me multiple video clips of her in a bathtub. She was in a bathtub, her face, her whole body, butt naked, bathing, right? I mean, she very, very raunchy, explicit video. I didn't ask for this. She just sent it to me. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, fuck it, right? So I hit her up and I was gonna be in her area where I was going out of town for something and I was gonna be in her area. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods. I'm gonna slide through. And you can show me that shit for real. Like fuck all the video shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that shit for real, right? All of a sudden, well, I got a situationship and I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but I'll let you know, right? Breadcrumbing, right? So I just want you guys to understand that the reason why women do that is because they're playing on the fact that you are a man and they feel that you are easily moved or influenced by the prospect of sex. So they're playing on that. Okay. And it's not that they want to fuck you. It's not that at all. They want to use your energy. They want to use your desire to want to fuck them to get your energy, to get your non-sexual attention. That's all that it is. But they're not really serious about doing any of the things that they talk about or any of the things that you suggest. Sex, lies, and dating, navigating modern dating. Guys, deal with women strictly on your terms. Here's the reality of it. As much as I love women, they lie. Men lie. Women lie. Right? People lie. And let me just say this. We're all much too old. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, or beyond. We're all much too old to be out here meeting people that we are romantically and or sexually interested in and still fucking lying to people. Like, all you motherfuckers, grow the fuck up. Why you lying? Just tell motherfuckers the truth. And if they want to fuck with you, cool. If they don't, let them move on to somebody else who ain't fucked up like you are. It's straight up and down. Let people move on. with their lives and fuck with people that's really about it. If a woman wants a relationship and you don't want to give her one, right? Don't pretend. Just tell her I'm not giving you a relationship. But you can have a relationship with this dick. You and this dick can really become close. But beyond that, nah. And here's the thing, real quick, in closing. Guys, you really don't have to verbalize a lot of things to women. All you got to do is show them with your actions what's going on. Like, even in a case where you just want sex and you would like to establish a fuck buddy situation, all you got to do is just show women with your actions that that's what you're trying to accomplish. They will see. Women are not dumb. Women understand when they're being groomed to be a new fuck buddy for somebody. Women understand when they're being groomed to be your new lover and nothing more. Women understand what's going on. Just show them with your actions. You don't got to do a whole lot of this. Like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy y'all day. Peace.